5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning, Singapore. Welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We have Natalie Dau back in Singapore.
Hey! Awesome.
Natalie, we're so happy to have you back. Thank you so much. But in your absence last week, as you made your way back to Singapore, we had Sean stand in for you.
Yes, I did see some videos online, which were interesting. But I think you did well. You did well.
Thank you, Natalie. Yes.
He did do well.
Very big shoes to fill. I tried.
What was really good was he does it with Angel, and then the next day he comes in and he's in worse shape than Angel is.
Whole body aching. I haven't worked out in a long time.
How have you been, Natalie? How was your trip to Australia?
The trip to Australia was, cut short, but glad to be back in Singapore. Good to see family. But, I think nice to be back in routine here. School's back today for Liliana, so it's business as usual.
Alrighty. Today, Natalie, we're talking about body composition. So what exactly is body composition? Because I look at my body and I think of it more as an essay than a composition.
Well, basically, body composition is just what we are made up of. So body fat, muscle mass, bone, tissue, and water. So when someone says they want to improve their body composition, they're generally talking about increasing lean muscle mass or losing body fat.
Okay. So, Natalie, could you tell us, how accurate is BMI? Because, that is the standard for
everything
for everyone.
Most organizations. You're talking about like here in Singapore, we're always encouraged to have like low BMI, right?
Right.
But then again, I've heard so many people say, it's not an accurate measure.
It can't be because different races, your bone mass alone is different.
Or someone who has a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Let's say. The bodybuilders have very high BMI. So what's your take on this, Natalie?
It's not a great way to measure body fat if that's what you're trying to do. There's a lot better things like a DEXA scan, because a DEXA scan will measure muscle, it measures visceral fat, as well as other body composition. So BMI is basically your weight in kilograms divided by the square of your height in meters. So it's not actually taking a body fat measure, it's just a guesstimate. And that's what we've used in the past, but there's so many other ways to measure. Even some of the scales at home, they can be 10 to 20% off sometimes. So I warn people that don't believe everything you read on your bathroom scale, but it gives you a much better indication than, say, BMI does.
I worry about it because we see so many people, take BMI as gospel, and then you see them walk around and they look like rakes.
Yeah.
They're so thin because they're trying to follow that BMI number, and it just doesn't work.
No, and it's an outdated way to measure body fat because you really don't know. You're just dividing a couple of numbers. You're not actually looking at what your body's made up of. So something like a DEXA scan can tell you, it's like an X-ray. It can tell you whether you have more muscle in your left and right arm, how much muscle mass you have, and bone density is another big thing as well. So if you really want to understand what your body is made up of and how much body fat you have, invest in a DEXA scan or go to your gym and even use the machines at the gym. They're not too bad. They're not 100% accurate. They're about 10% out, but they're better than a BMI test.
Where can I get this scan done, though?
So there is a DEXA scan place in the Vena, actually, and It's fantastic. It takes about 10 minutes to do. James is the guy that runs it there. So if you Google DEXA scan Singapore, he will be able to look after you. But certainly worth doing it. Knowledge is power. So just to have an understanding of where you're at, and you might be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go, FD?
A DEXA
But then I think if we go down there, he's just going to go, that's it. I only see fat.
Well, I know that's what he's going to say about me. You don't.
Not you.
You know, I can't take the scan. It's not going to penetrate anything.
No, you know what? Charmaine actually had one recently, and I was there when she had one. So she would be a good person to talk to about it. I think she was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, okay. Charmaine Yee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's text her later.
Yeah, we should.
Find out a little bit more about our experience.
Be interesting.
Okay. Okay, once again, our guest for this morning is the one and only Rockstar Arms. She is Natalie Dau, and we'll be working out with her in just a while. What are we going to be doing today, Natalie?
Well, I just thought since we're back, let's cardio it out today. So we're really going to get the heart rate up. You guys don't look like you're ready to work out, though.
I'm going to try.
Glenn's going to try. Okay.
Modified versions.
Yeah, high knees, some squat taps, some burpees, some sit-ups and bicycle crunches today.
Okay, maybe next week.
Anjali will do.
Maybe next week. We've got filming right after this.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Alanis Morissette is next. He is Hand in My Pocket on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
Okay,
right.
let's get down to this workout.
All of us.
Yeah.
We do.
Big
After that, no
screen
one.
for Nat.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, guys. So I'll just go through the exercises quickly as usual. So just going to do some high knees and then butt kicks alternating. Squat taps. So squat down. If you want the cut down version, just step out rather than jump. Then we are doing a straight arm burpee. So we don't have to do chest to the ground this time. So just out and up. And the modified version, you can just step it out if you like.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
And up, yep. So, and then easily down to the ground, and we'll get some butterfly, legs butterflied and butterfly sit-ups on. And then followed by a bicycle crunch. So we're going to keep our shoulders off the ground all the time. And really feel those abs.
I think I can play this afternoon and do it this afternoon.
Perfect.
I think so. Yeah.
I bet you won't.
She knows you.
So we're 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off?
Correct. All right, I'm going to do the countdown. We'll start. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's high knees. I'll count you in. So just start off gently, and then let's turn it into a butt kick. That's it, and back to high knees. So swing those arms, let the shoulders relax. That's it, and back to butt kicks. Just warm up those legs. Back up again. Given up already.
Oh, take off your top.
And we're going to finish with the butt kicks. 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job. Take a breath.
You
aggressive warm-up.
You can stop now, Glenn.
Do it for the camera.
Yeah,
I'm professional like that.
For the gram, everything for the gram.
for the gram.
For the gram.
All right, we're doing those squat taps now. 3, 2, 1. So legs apart. Touch the ground. So as I said, if you want the scaled version, just step out and tap down.
This one doing.
Right, okay.
That's it. And make sure you're bending your knees to touch the ground, not bending your back.
Got it.
Halfway, keep going. This is a burner today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't say.
FD, do something like FD.
I'm watching all of you. I'm doing something. I'm watching.
3, 2, 1. Good job.
And you walk
All
around
right.
every day, you know.
All right.
What's my heart rate?
200.
It's 110.
110.
All right, those straight arm burpees are next. So no chest to the ground, these ones. 3, 2, 1. So hands down, kick your legs out, back up, and stand. As I said, you can walk, legs out if you like. Otherwise, we're jumping. Really extend your hips at the top, so push forward. That's it. Halfway. Nice and light on your feet. 10 seconds. Couple more reps. That's it. One more. Good job. All right.
I've got to say, Nat, you've got such discipline. You've got lovely hair, and it's flopping all over.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that takes discipline just not to get annoyed.
I'm so used to it now. All right, let's butterfly the legs. And we're going to do sit-ups. That's it.
Wow. And here, your shoulders don't go flat on the ground, you were saying?
No, these ones they do.
They
so
do.
Your hands should
Okay.
touch behind.
Should touch behind
and,
you.
And then tap your toes. So
Okay.
arms should try and keep your arms somewhat straight and reach all the way behind. And at your own pace.
Yeah.
But you can always do this with something weighted as well for a bit more of a challenge.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. All right. And now this is the one we'll keep our shoulders off the ground.
Okay.
So we're really going to engage our obliques with this one. And remember, it's not about going necessarily fast. So bicycle crunches, the slower you go, the more challenging it can be. So shoulders off, hands just behind your ears. And we're going
Right,
side to
okay.
side. So keep those off. And you'll really feel it. Once you relax, you're going to lose that tension in your abs. So by keeping your shoulders off, your neck's still soft, you're really working those abs.
So basically, your hands are behind your ears. You should not be holding your head.
No, that's right. You
Yeah.
should be able to support your head by yourself. This is just to keep your arms up.
Right.
3, 2, 1. And that's it. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. Well done, everybody.
Oh,
All right.
sweating.
My heart rate is back down to 65.
There you go. And he's a happy puppy. And Nat, we were talking about your body composition. It's your body fat, the water, and whatever else that makes it up. What is actually a healthy body composition?
Now, it really depends on, normal is a hard thing. Depends on age, and it depends on your lifestyle and fitness level as well. So, if you're an athlete as a male, you'll see anything from 6 to 14%, and women 14 to 20 generally. But if you're an average person, from a male, maybe 18 to 24, and women 25 to 31 is sort of generally where you'll sit for a healthy average person.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, you hear about, obviously people go on stage that are bodybuilders, their body fat percentage sits at about 3 or 4%.
Yeah.
But that's for 1 or 2 days only.
Okay, Natalie, FD is going to ask you that question
Yeah.
again
Sure.
on the radio. Elvis versus JXL. A little less conversation right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. We are also on The Big Show TV with the one and only Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms.
So, Nat, we were talking about body composition, fat, water, whatever else goes into your body composition. How do we judge a healthy body composition? It must be different for different people.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. So normal is always a hard term, but if you look at things like age and fitness level, for a serious athlete, for males 6 to 13% and women 14 to 20% you generally sit at. But if you're an average person that's healthy, for a male maybe 18 to 24% and women 25 to 31%. So a lot of people are obsessed with body fat percentage. It can change. You look at people that do the bodybuilding competitions and they literally are at their body fat percentage for 1 or 2 days. So it can be something that's super hard to maintain. And the lower it is, people are susceptible to getting sick because, you don't have that protection of any body fat on you.
Earlier, we talked about a scan that you can take to gauge your body composition. How do we measure that? How's that done?
Yeah, so it's by an X-ray machine because body composition is important. It's not just about losing weight and relying on a scale. It's looking at certain things like visceral fat around your organs and abdomen because that's the things that can be really dangerous for you as you get older in developing chronic diseases. And then obviously on the flip side, if you've got lower body fat, your metabolism is generally going to work better and your body's going to be more efficient. So a DEXA scan can tell you those things.
FD, visceral fat.
Visceral fat. That's a big word. Yeah.
Visceral
It is.
fat.
Yeah.
Okay, visceral fat. I mean, I'm starting to feel, here in Singapore, we call it the spare tire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love handles.
That's really dangerous.
Yeah.
So, Nat, how can I get rid of my love handles?
Yeah, I think it depends on what your goal is, but if that's the case, you really need to be looking at macronutrients that you eat. So, of course, eating less calories is going to help you lose weight. But if you're actually looking to build some lean muscle mass and lose that visceral fat, you need to look at what your diet's made up of in terms of protein, carbs, and fat. And then, obviously, exercise is great to burn calories, but if you're looking to keep that muscle mass, you're going to have to put some strength in there too. So it's really balancing that. And as we talked about before, it's being consistent.
Yeah.
You're not going to achieve it if you do it one week and not the next.
So, for some people, they think, okay, I want to get rid of my visceral fat right now. I'm going to do 1,000 sit-ups every day.
That doesn't really work.
That's not going to happen as long as you don't change your diet, right?
No, correct. That's not going to do anything for you at all. That layer of fat is going to sit over the top. And if you then go and eat, rubbish afterwards, that's not going to help at all.
Right. But on the other hand, if you start eating healthier, right, maybe cutting the carbs, because, it is true. Too much carbs is not going to help someone who wants to get rid of visceral fat, right?
Yeah, too much bad carbs. So think about eating carbs, but eating good carbs like brown rice, sweet potato, pumpkin. You don't have to cut carbs out altogether, but just choose healthy ones. Don't choose sugar-based and processed carbs.
Okay, so Natalie, I'm going to change my diet, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to do 1,000 sit-ups a day. Very soon I'm going to have washboard abs.
Nice.
Right? Washboard abs.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see that.
He'll do the show without his t-shirt on.
Maybe, yeah, why not if I have washboard abs?
Yeah.
You would too.
Okay. It's time to work out with Natalie Dau once again, exclusively on The Big Show TV. Set number 2, folks. In the meantime, here's Roy Orbison with You Got It on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Good morning.
And we're good to go.
All right, here we
Good
go.
to go. Set number 2. All right. Let's get ready, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's get those knees up. Stay on your toes when you're running, nice and light. And let's change it to a butt kick.
Have to do the hand things at least, like.
Yeah, just hold your butt. Just hold your butt.
Just touch your bum, boy.
I'm sitting on my hands right now.
I need to get. Yeah, Sean, you can just do the hand actions. Yeah.
Make everybody walk from one end
Glenn's
to the
running
other.
up and down.
Yes. I know, it's what you're
Shut the
trying
run,
to
let's go.
What are you doing?
Everything and everything you can. Changing things up a little bit.
Okay,
Keep going,
get
I'm filming now, keep going. Do
Yeah, don't let us stop you. Keep going.
you get it? No, she didn't get it, you gotta do it again.
You gotta do it again. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, this is Glenn doing his exercise. Yeah, here we go. Whoa.
Hussein
I
Bolt
like
training.
it.
Okay, go on. Here we go.
Oh, that was spot tapping. it. Pick up the pace a bit if you like, otherwise just get into the groove, but don't stop. So the key is just keep moving, no matter how slow. Only 40 seconds.
I love the way Nat says that. Only 40 seconds.
20 seconds is not that long.
Actually, it isn't. When you watch Nat do it, it isn't actually.
Oh, then,
You can,
except when you're planking.
You're not watching me.
all right, guys.
There you go. Ah.
Straight arm burpees now.
121.
There you go.
There we go. Why don't you put in full burpees this time, Glenn?
What?
Full burpees.
Chest to floor, jump to the sky.
His voice just went up an octave.
So we can do straight, guys. As we said, 3 versions. Walk out, straight, or if you want, mix it up. Take it to the ground as well.
Wow.
Totally up to you guys.
I'm sure Angel's doing this at home now.
You know, with aches and pains and a fever, I don't think so.
You just say good morning to someone to us.
Angel, you just got your jab. You're not allowed to work
Yes,
out.
you're not supposed to be working out, whatever happens.
She'll be watching us with one wine in her hand. All.
All right, good job, guys. Down to the ground for those sit-ups.
Sit-ups.
The butterfly.
Gotta say, someone has said, Glenn, if you want to lose weight, just give me all your beer.
Yes,
I love you.
that would be carbs.
That would be carbs straight away.
I had 2 stouts last night.
I drank the whole weekend, man.
Lord, how do you guys do it?
Unbelievable. Got show, right?
Good job, guys. Well, standing watching. Hey.
We're all watching you now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
just
watching you.
But I know Nina does your workouts religiously.
Oh, Nina.
Every week she does.
Nina is a beast, okay?
She's Miss CrossFit now.
Yeah.
Good job. 5 seconds. Good job. And on to the last exercise now. Whew. I'm sweating. I've got no aircon on, so.
Oh,
All right, okay.
in Singapore some more. How dare you?
All right, guys. We're going to count it down and finish strong. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders off the ground, remember. Let's go. And you can mix it up if you want with. So we can do 1 bicycle crunch and then a V up either side.
Wow.
Really get those legs working. Otherwise, just stick to the bicycle crunches. Pick up the pace a little bit to finish strong. Keep those shoulders off the ground. And you should be feeling this in the side of your stomach. 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Done.
Woo. All right.
Hey, Nat, how important is this? People do these exercises at home because they can. What you've developed can be done at home. I take it, and I just to remind people, your room is supposed to be properly ventilated, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that personally, when I work out at home, I don't put the aircon on because I like to sweat.
Yeah.
But I'll have a window open instead.
Yeah.
I think if you can get some fresh air in there, that's much better than working out in aircon.
You know what I absolutely hate? Working out with a mask on.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And I realize this. There's some people, right? I see. The rule is if you are working out, if you are running or you're brisk walking, you can take your mask off.
off. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there are people who are keeping their masks on.
Yeah, because they're
And-
worried.
And I did that at first.
Yeah.
But I think it really messes up your breathing completely.
Yeah, it and
In the long
if you're
run.
not fit, it's putting strain on your heart because you're not getting in that rhythm of breathing. You're not getting enough oxygen in. Different if you're fit and you can manage your breathing, but if you're not and you're gasping for breath, then I would say pull it down or slow down your walk or don't run if that's the case.
Right.
Yeah.
I think better to be safe.
Yeah, I learned that during that whole week, when I was on leave.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And I was
You're
running
running.
for the entire week,
Yeah.
and I was afraid, and so I left my mask on.
Whoa, wow.
And I realized I didn't feel good at all.
No.
After the run.
Well, again, I guess it's listening to your body, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're not getting fresh air in, so you're just breathing in and out, with something close to your face. So the idea is you need to have that air circulating. And, obviously the government's, encourage people to take their mask off when exercising because it is safer for the general population.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last night I was walking with a biscuit. I took my mask off.
You were walking with Biscuit and took your
Tell
mask
us
off.
the
I'll
story
tell
on
you-
air.
I'll tell you in a while, yeah.
FD1 traffic also.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
Here we go. AYE towards the MCE, a vehicle broken down after Alexandra. Then we have Ganges Avenue towards Indus Road, an obstacle after Delta Road, avoid the left lane. Then the BKE towards the PIE. We have an accident at Dairy Farm Road entrance. Stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning, Singapore. Good morning, world. Welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is, of course, Natalie Dau, Rockstar Arms. We've been having such a great time working out with you, Natalie. All of us have overeaten over the weekend, so we feel, less guilty now.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit better.
So we were just talking about masks and how masks can affect your breathing. If you're doing strenuous activity and you're keeping your mask on, that might not be a good thing.
Yeah.
And of course Natalie concurs, right?
Absolutely. And, it's all up to the individual. If they don't feel safe without a mask on, by all means wear it, but maybe walk, don't run with it on, because you don't want to put your body under stress, especially if, you're not a regular runner or not particularly fit. So, everyone make their own decision, but definitely play it safe and don't get that heart rate up too high when you're wearing a mask.
Yeah, you also see a lot. For people who are worried about walking outside, I've noticed this on YouTube. You see a lot of these walking exercise videos that you can do in a room. How effective are those things?
I can say after being, in quarantine for
Yeah.
2 weeks, it's not the same. I think getting outside and doing your steps is very different than walking around a room. So go outside, get some fresh air, and really stretch those legs out. You sort of shorten your steps in a room, whereas if you're outside, you're sort of walking freely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's also very subjective because, there are people who are afraid that they might get caught by, social distancing officers.
Yeah.
Because they're all deployed, even, on hiking trails, for example.
They are.
They do
Yes.
their checks over there.
Yes.
So there was
Yes.
one time we went up to Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, right?
Yeah.
And I actually left my mask on. And right after that,
Wow.
I was...
Yeah.
It was horrible. Remember that the last time we went up there to
Yes.
I kept on leaving my mask on and
Yeah,
really
right.
couldn't breathe and
Cannot.
I would take it off. But it was horrible. It was horrible. And I was telling you earlier on that now when I walk with Biscuit, I leave my mask off, but I have it around my arm.
Yeah.
Because where we walk, which is the Brattle Heights area, there are very steep slopes that we go up anyway. Although we're walking up, it's still very strenuous.
Yeah.
So for a whole year, I haven't been going on these walks with Biscuit because I was thinking, it's not fun. I've got to leave my mask on because, it's still a walk. Many people look at you, you're walking your dog, you need to leave your mask on. But I could feel like it wasn't a normal walk, actually.
Right.
It's more of a
Strenuous.
workout.
It is
Yeah.
strenuous.
So I think there's a very fine line there,
And I think they do call out if you're walking up hills that, it's totally acceptable to take it off because you are putting your body under more stress and breathing heavily. And gosh, walking Bukit Timah in a mask, I don't know how you did that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Cannot.
I know that now. Never again. Because I really think it does upset the rhythm of your breathing.
Yeah.
As well. So it's not good in the long run, I think.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there. Thank you very much, Natalie, for joining us. A pleasure as always.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week ahead.
Great
You
to
too.
have you back. Stay safe.
Bye, Natalie. And we have with us right now our Principal Dietitian, Bibi Chia. Good morning, Bibi.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
I've missed you
morning.
for a week.
I know, we missed you too.
Yes. Today, Bibi, we're going to be talking about cheese. I have to tell you a story before we start this. This goes way back to just after the war. When my dad came back, he had beriberi.
Okay.
And he lost a massive amount of weight, right? And what the doctors did to get him back on weight is they put him on a cheese diet. He was eating cheese with everything to put on weight.
Okay, for those of you who don't know what beriberi is, do you know what beriberi is, Bibi?
I'm not too familiar. Maybe you can...
It's a vitamin deficiency disease.
My mom used to tell me people with beriberi are the people who had to eat like just rice.
Yeah.
You know, no protein.
Yeah.
Just survived on rice.
Yeah.
If there was any rice during the war.
Yeah.
And it was a condition whereby if I were to take my finger and press my flesh, my finger would go into my flesh.
In the flesh.
That's what my mom told me.
Beriberi is caused by a vitamin B1 deficiency. So thiamine. It's a thiamine deficiency.
Okay.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
I learn new things.
Yeah.
Tell us what happens to someone who contracts beriberi in a while. Okay, in a while.
okay,
Meantime,
okay.
here's Spagnia with Call Me on The Big Show. 1FM 91.3.
Okay. Basically, we were talking about beriberi, which my dad had after the war. It's a deficiency of thiamine, which is a B1 vitamin deficiency. You need it to keep your metabolism going, to help your muscles and nervous system do their job, and it affects your cardiovascular system. It affects your nervous system.
Okay.
So it can be very, very dangerous. Okay. And when Dad came back and they cured him of that, they gave him vitamin B1 treatments. Then after that, to get him put weight back on, he was put on a cheese diet.
Oh, good.
He ate cheese with everything.
All right.
Absolutely everything. So we're talking cheese today.
Yes, and there's a lot of talk about, is cheese good for health?
Yeah.
And fortunately, selected cheeses are, and it can be part of a healthy diet. So say, for example, the 3 cheeses that I have here with me are what we call aged cheeses, and they tend to have more probiotics than other regular cheeses. And I think the perception of what cheese has to be like has changed. I think people are looking for stringy cheeses, maybe because of how we eat pizza, but those cheeses are not that good for health. And so look for natural aged cheeses, not the one that's inside 2 pieces of plastic, or maybe 1 flat piece of plastic.
So that light, the light cheese slices in the packet, not so good, huh?
Not so good.
Yeah, it's not real cheese. Not real cheese at all. So if that's not real cheese, what is it made up of?
Plastic.
It's still made of dairy, but it is not aged, so it doesn't contain the probiotics like other cheeses do. And interestingly, there are studies to show that even if you eat cheese, your cholesterol levels are not going to come up. You're not going to gain weight, even at 150 to 175 grams every day.
Wow.
And that is a lot of cheese. And people have looked into studies as well, whether it affects your heart health, but apparently it's heart protective.
Right.
It's heart protective.
Provided you're not suffering from high blood pressure.
It also doesn't raise blood pressure,
Really?
interestingly.
Because I would think like sodium, it's pretty high in sodium, right? Cheese?
Yes, it is high in sodium, but interestingly, when you look at the studies, it seems to be protective. It doesn't seem to bring up blood pressure at all. Up to 175 grams a day. Of course, I'm not going to recommend people to eat so much cheese, but for study reason, people they put the subjects on a lot of cheese, and it seems to be protective.
So, for those who are not inducted into the cheese culture, what types of cheeses are aged cheese?
So over here, I have a couple of cheeses. In fact, the healthier cheeses might actually also be the lighter cheeses like mozzarella. It could also be feta. But over here, I have a blue cheese, a Stilton, and also a block of cheddar. And I think it depends on people. It helps them to increase their nutrient intake, such as calcium and protein. It could actually be part of a very nutritious meal, apart from just for us, thinking that cheese is a snack. It could also be incorporated into a meal, which I am going to make later on.
Okay. You can actually start making it now if you like.
If you like.
Since we're off air,
Yeah. So this is nigiri tofu, and so it's a silken tofu, and it looks like cheese, but it's not, right? And so I found that blue cheese and tofu goes very well together. And so today I'm going to use a little bit of rocket salad at the base. So it's really simple. So just put some rocket salad in there. I've already pre-washed this, and what I'm going to do is just to top it up with the tofu that we have over here. So you can make a dressing out of blue cheese, but today I'm just going to cut it in cubes and put it on top. This cheese was given to me by Spun Spirits because they are running a cheese tasting event online. So you get 3 different types of cheeses, 3 different types of almanac, and the session is joined by a gastro specialist, David Ong, as well as a cheese specialist and also a spirit specialist. So you can have fun learning about your gut microbiome, at the same time get to taste cheese and learn about spirit. So health can also be fun.
So cheese is good for the gut, huh?
Yes, so it is, yes.
Because of the probiotics. I would imagine, especially blue cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like people say, there's this saying, with every good piece of cheese is a good microbiome. You need a good, you need all that goodness of, mold, and there you have good cheese. So I'm just going to top this over gently. Okay. And then we have a block of tofu together with your arugula salad. I'm just going to cut this on top because I noticed by cutting tofu and then transferring it, sometimes what it does is it breaks up and it's not so pretty. Yes. So I'm just going to cut that up into little cubes.
Tofu is so soft. Like my skin.
Oh my goodness.
From all the stout he drinks.
So you just cut it up into small cubes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Just a tiny bit.
I love olive oil.
Okay.
And a little bit of black pepper. So I think the interesting part of cheese is that how people have used to, now people perceive cheese as being the cheese that is like a pizza topping, like stringy cheese or cheese that comes out from a plastic sheet. Then again, those are not the best cheese for health.
But how come you said just now that the cheese on pizza is not healthy? Because if you go to Italian restaurants and all that, they actually use like burrata cheese, mozzarella cheese. That's okay, right?
Yes, that's right. So not all pizza cheeses are bad, but a lot of the more, I would say, even the frozen pizzas.
Frozen pizzas are the worst.
Yeah, I can't take a frozen pizza.
I can't.
So I'm just going to cut this up into cubes, and then put that on top of my.
And is that the blue? That's the blue.
Yes, that is the blue. And so if you do participate in that event, they will also give you 3 different cheeses to try.
But apart from the cheeses, do they give you red wine as well?
It has Armagnac. It's
Armagnac.
similar to cognac.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to.
I've never had that with cheese,
Armagnac.
though.
No, I've never had it with cheese. I do cheese with wine.
Okay,
Yeah.
stand by. We go back on air.
Oh, we're going back on air. Okay.
FD1 traffic again. In 3, 2.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
The BKE towards Woodlands, a vehicle broken down before Derry Farm Road exit, avoid lane 3. AYE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Jurong Port Road exit. PIE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Thompson Road exit. PIE towards Changi, an accident before Jalan Eunos, congestion is to Paya Lebar Road. Please stay within the speed limit, have everyone buckled up, be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our second guest for this morning, every Monday, is our Principal Dietitian, Bibi Chia. And today, we're finding out whether cheese can be good for our health. And as we speak, Bibi is whipping up something very interesting, made up of silken tofu. At least it looks like silken tofu.
Yeah.
It is silken tofu, right, Bibi? And then she has blue cheese, she has cheddar, and what's the third cheese you have with you?
I have a Stilton over here,
Okay.
and today I'm using the blue cheese to help flavor this tofu salad.
I see.
Okay.
Yes, so you can
this-
choose.
The Stilton is a blue cheese, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
it's a blue cheese as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so a lot of people believe that cheese might not be good for health, but more and more studies are pointing towards cheese being good for health, even up to 175 grams that's being used in the studies. But of course, you know, when I tell patients, oh, have a little bit of cheese here and there, I wouldn't recommend 175 grams. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was asking Bibi early on because there are many people who have borderline hypertension, full-blown hypertension. I was asking Bibi if cheese is good for these said individuals.
Yeah.
And she said, no problem. Right?
Yeah, interestingly, even though cheese is high in salt, there are studies with participants having 150 grams of cheese, and it doesn't increase their blood pressure versus somebody who it doesn't eat cheese. And also their cholesterol levels doesn't raise with cheese as well. So cheese can be part of a healthy diet. And I think the good thing about cheese is that it does bring a lot of flavor to foods, including people who, say, for example, want to start eating like a salad, but they're not, they find that the taste-wise, is not as flavorful. They can choose maybe put some feta cheese on top, and that may encourage people to eat more vegetables.
I've got to say, feta does go really well with salads. I mean, I love feta cheese in a salad. That's really cool.
Yeah. But only when I dine out. Because I can't be bothered to prepare it on my
prepare it
own.
on your
Of
own.
course.
Right.
That's the trouble, you see. But yeah, feta cheese and a salad rocket goes so well.
Feta and rocket goes really, really well. So you've got rocket salad, the silken tofu, and then blue cheese on top, and you've drizzled olive oil.
Yes,
Then
a little bit
black-
of olive oil.
And then
black pepper.
Black pepper. Wow, that's
Yes.
that's so
I
simple.
have to say, Bibi, I'm sure it's going to taste really good. But putting all those things together, I still can't. You
I
know,
can't-
what?
yeah,
It's like with the tofu and the blue cheese and the olive oil, and
Well,
this is so unusual, Bibi.
I guess the blue cheese would help because tofu isn't the most flavorful thing in the world. So the blue cheese is what's giving it a stronger flavor now.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And so cheese can help to bring out flavors of healthier foods, I would say. And the recommended serve size for cheese is about 1.5 ounce or about 45 grams, and no more than 3 serves a day. And that should also be hot protective. Together with that, cheese have a good microbiome, so it's good for your gut health as well. So if those of you who are interested can hop on to the Emily's website, AMILI, to find out a little bit more about your gut health. And these cheeses I have here is part of Spun Spirit's cheese tasting event, and it's also joined by Gastro, so you can enjoy good health and have a little bit of fun at the same time.
Bibi, I'm just wondering. I mean, I like my cheeses, but my cheeses are very. I mean, I'm not a blue cheese fan.
Really? You
I'm
look
not-
like a blue cheese person.
No.
I love blue Stilton.
I will take Stilton melted onto a steak. Is brilliant.
Ew.
Oh, it's really good. It's super.
Like, okay, I can't have the Stilton turned into a salad dressing. I don't like that. I like eating the Stilton as it is. But I can't have like being melted on a steak and all. No,
but mine goes back to my childhood because my dad was a big blue cheese fan, and he used to force us to eat blue cheese, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it, and I can't get near it now.
Because many people hate it, right, Bibi? I'm sure when you first tried blue Stilton, it was a bit difficult, and it becomes an acquired taste, right?
I think cheese is an acquired taste. There are people who absolutely don't like cheese, but you will find one that you like because there are milder cheeses like mozzarella, and there are other cheeses that have stronger flavor.
I think we all grew up on mozzarella and cheddar.
Because for me, my cheeses are brie, Edam. It's cheeses like that.
Emmental. I like Emmental as well.
Are these okay?
Yeah, so all cheeses, and there is a saying that all cheeses, good cheeses, come with a good microbiome. And I think everything is about moderation, because if you're going to eat only cheese, then there is not other nutrients in your diet.
Yeah.
So I think cheese it can be part of a healthy diet, but it shouldn't be a big part or only part of your your intake. Yes.
There you go. Listen to our principal dietitian. She knows what she's talking about.
Okay, cool. So at least my cheeses are not that bad. Okay.
Okay, we are with Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Up next, Phil Collins. Here's Two Hearts on 1FM 91.3.
Yeah, I do see your point of not all cheeses just eating cheese is not always good for you.
Of course,
because I tend to eat cheese with table water. The table water biscuits.
The crackers.
The crackers. So yeah, that's how.
Okay,
I eat my
back to
cheese.
Bibi Chia. Okay, Bibi. So that's not done yet, obviously.
No, this salad is done, and it's a very simple salad.
easy.
I guess it's a combination of good protein, vegetarian sources of protein, and I mean this is still considered vegetarian but not vegan. And there is vegetables and also flavored with cheese and good olive oil. Now, I always recommend a good olive oil with salad because it is also part of a healthy Mediterranean diet that is heart protective, and tofu is heart protective, and so this is actually a pretty heart healthy salad that is very easy to make. And I think, like you said, it is unusual to have soft silken tofu with blue cheese, but give it a try. I find that in fact they go together very well.
I never knew tofu was heart protective. I knew it was a healthy
I didn't know it was heart protective.
healthy food, but heart protective, I had no idea. Maybe we should do a special on heart protective foods.
I think that would be really good. I just want to check on this is sheer ignorance, right? The olive oil. You've obviously got to use a good olive oil. Now there's olive oil, there's virgin olive oil, there's extra virgin olive oil. How do I know which olive oil to use?
So it is a myth that we can judge by its color, because sometimes these colors could be added. So first of all is to pick a good brand, a reliable brand, and not all olive oils are the same because they have different quantities of polyphenols. So your extra virgin olive oil will have most of those good polyphenols, and therefore it's a bright green, natural bright green color. And there are also olive oil awards. If people who are interested can go online and take a look, and also bodies that will tell you if it has above 250 milligrams of polyphenols or 500 milligrams of polyphenols inside the olive oil. And so it is good to just read the labels and see which one has the highest polyphenol. Sometimes it's not stated, but good ones, they do actually shout out their polyphenol
So you just
content.
mentioned between 200 and 500 is okay. It's good.
250 to 500 above is considered a good olive oil, but there are those that go up to 20 1000. The flavor is very intense. Maybe if you're starting to use extra virgin olive oil in your house, you might want to go easy first, and you might actually appreciate the tart flavor, or some people may say it's a little bit bitter, but it's a good kind of bitter.
Let's say if I buy, something that's really, really intense, and I feel like, okay, I don't like it anymore. Can I put it on my face? Like use it as a moisturizer or something?
Olive oil.
I think some people do that. In fact, some people use it to guggle, and I don't see why.
Guggle.
But guggle, it's so strange.
But really, I've heard of people using it as a moisturizer because it's very moisturizing. And
I
it's
feel
natural.
like you should try it and we should film it for Instagram.
Yeah, I think we should film Glenn
one
using
time
olive
won't
oil
make a
as well.
difference.
One time. No, you do like after 7 days and do a before and after.
Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Yeah.
So when I see you next Monday, your skin will be glowing.
Actually, I've been thinking about my skin, Like just now I was looking at myself and I was doing this. I don't know whether maybe it's time for me to go for Botox shots.
Glenn on.
I'm very open to these sort of things. I always tell them, I say, I'm very open. I'm in show business. No, obviously I got to maintain,
I
right?
suppose.
You know what I mean? Not everyone can be like FD. He doesn't give a damn. He's just himself, you know what I mean?
Okay, we got
For
1
me,
minute.
I want to look forever 25,
You do.
Okay.
Very pretty.
I need to find the best plastic surgeon out there.
And I work with this every day of the week, Bibi.
My sister is a plastic surgeon. You can.
Really?
Yes.
I'll give
And
you-
we look exactly the same.
Oh.
Sound exactly the same.
I want to look like you guys. Okay, I'll text you later, Bibi.
Yeah. So you can check her out in Clinic SW1.
Okay.
Her name is Hui Ling.
Okay.
So she's Dr. Chia Hui Ling. You
Will
can
she take
check
good
her
care
out.
of me? She will,
Yes,
right?
I think she will.
I'm going to look for her. I'm going to ask her to recommend what should I do.
The first thing she's going to do is you try Bibi's tofu and blue cheese salad first.
So a healthy diet is also an anti-aging diet. So
True.
we'll just start there first.
There you go. Yeah, I'll do
True.
that. Whatever it takes now.
True.
Whatever it takes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're going back on air, is it?
No, we're saying
No, we're
bye.
done.
What time is it now?
9 o'clock
What?
already.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock
What?
already.
But Bibi hasn't finished her
Finish
dish yet.
it.
It's all done, Glenn. It's
Oh, it's
done.
done. I thought you were going to do another one. Okay, that's it. So that's tofu with the cheese, blue cheese on
and
top.
rocket salad.
And rocket salad.
Wow. Okay,
Awesome.
that's
Simple.
easy to do.
Easy to do.
Yeah.
Super easy.
It's a 5-minute dish, literally.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I do think that wanting to encourage people to eat healthy has to be also easy and tasty. And if it's going to take a long time to prepare, I find it very difficult to encourage people to cook and eat healthy at home. So
Okay.
this is a good recipe, a very simple one.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Bibi,
Bibi.
for joining us.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, folks, share the video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.